Hi everyone, I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com presenting Critique My Query, a video column that we've been offering at the Writer magazine for a while now. If you're interested in having your query letter critiqued here, just cut and paste it in email, and my email is below, and I will put it on the list. So speaking of the list, let's get to the next one on mine. Okay, here we go. Dear Blank, most of us dream of being thinner, richer, prettier. For Leanne Kane, that wish came true, but it became Karen Fletcher's worst nightmare. I'm Not Her is a story of what happens when a freak accident causes sexy, successful Karen to swap bodies with Leanne, a struggling, obese checkout girl. Unrecognizable to family and friends, both women are forced into lives opposite all they've ever known. Leanne, at first thrilled to look and live like her favorite soap opera stars, discovers that the insecurities and desperation you've grown up with don't disappear if you look like a model. Fighting off the affections of a boyfriend she never chose and a controlling plastic mother is hard enough, but she must fight off her own demons and figure out how to survive when your dreams come true. Money and beauty can gather a lot of things, but not what matters most: family, happiness, and self-worth. On the other side of town, Karen is suddenly fat, meagerly employed, and saddled with a kid and married to a loser. She spends her days avoiding the threats of Leanne's abusive husband, working 2 jobs to save money for her escape, and wrestling with her role as a mom to a precocious 6-year-old. She's surprised to learn that life can be rich even when you're destitute. She's even more surprised when she falls for a stock boy who drives a hearse and aspires to work at Home Depot. Leanne and Karen agree on very little, except that Leanne's husband, Leroy, is a danger to his wife in any form and to his son, who seems to be the only one who knows Mama isn't all she appears to be. Using her newfound confidence and computer skills, Leanne rats out Leroy to his former partners in crime, and his demise reunites the women. Thrown back into their former lives, both women find it doesn't fit them the way that it used to. I'm Not Her is a complete work of women's fiction at 100,000 words, a compelling book club selection. It examines issues critical to women. Why do we judge each other by appearances and circumstances? What does it mean to be a mother? And at our core, who are we really? Chapter 1 of I'm Not Her won an honorable mention in Blank International Writing Contest in the category of unpublished novel chapter. I work as a community columnist for Blank and as an e-columnist and freelance journalist for a regional parenting magazine. I also write a popular blog, Blank. I'm currently at work on 2 nonfiction projects, another work of fiction, and lead workshops on organic living. I appreciate your time and welcome the chance to partner you with on this book. Okay, so what do I think of I'm Not Her? Let me change glasses once again, and I'll tell you. Okay, there's really several things here that I think are problematic, and but again, just my opinion. One of them is I'm not sure about the genre. I know that she says it's women's fiction, but these 2 women literally exchange each other's bodies, so there has to be some fantasy or paranormal going on here. If they were just exchanging each other's roles, then we have a kind of a novel that resembles that TV show about wife swapping or whatever it's called. Okay, but they literally exchange bodies. That's number 1, so I'm concerned about that in the genre. Number 2, there's a lot of copy editing that needs to go on in this query letter, and I know that she sent it to me as opposed to an agent, but when we're writing query letters to be critiqued, really, make sure that it's as good as it can get, and this one needs a pretty heavy copy edit. So that would be number 2. Number 3, I actually think that these women, Leanne and Karen, really read like stereotypes. Karen is rich and beautiful but unhappy, and Leanne is fat and in an abusive relationship. I think that's a problem. Because those are kind of default stereotypes that we probably have been reading about too often, maybe. Just my opinion, but I think an agent would go, I'm not sure about that. But I think that beyond that, the biggest issue that I have here is, how do these women get to become each other? That's the biggest issue. And then the other issue in this query letter, and again, we posted here so you can go ahead and read it, is that there's so many places for me to focus on that I don't know where to focus. I don't know what the narrative arc of this story is. We've got these two women who band together to rat out this bad, no good husband to, assuming, the police, because he's involved in a syndicate. And then we also have a budding love affair with a worker who aspires to work at Home Depot. We also have a precocious 6-year-old. So I don't really know what this story is about. I know that we have characters here, and they're going to do a lot, and they're going to walk in each other's shoes, literally. But I don't really get a sense of what this story is about, because this query letter has not directed me. It's given me so much that I think this is a classic example, writers, of 1 + 1 = 1/2. There's too much here for me to wrap my mind around, and so I have a hard time wrapping my mind around any of it. I'm very sorry to have to offer this, and again, just my opinion. But I hope at some level that this is helpful to the writer. And until the next time, be well and keep writing.